It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, come on. Hurry up.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, this from 46. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, on. Yellow.
Here's Smith now on second down. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go.
Third and long, it's Smith. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Smith on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss. We're only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 27. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Ralph Kelly. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Crowder now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Good list. Orange. Block.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking deep for Adams. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, let's go. Get reset. Hey,
second down, here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Hey, on.
After the interception, here's Smith. His throw incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Get wide, 80!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, it's Geis. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw is Smith, and this is going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And all the way down to the 35. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. And even 40 yards.
Hey, let's go. Come on. Back to norm. Hey, 319.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's fine. Yeah, we go. 58.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
let's go, let's go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Rodgers to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And this is going to be caught. He won a play for the football. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's go. Let's go, 15, 15. Hey, slot, slot, slot.
To throw on second down is Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there. Second down, that was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 3rd down, Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Montrevious Adams in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Smith now on second down. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll still have a third and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They come out here in the eye. They run with Geis. It's the first NFL touchdown for LSU's Darius Geis. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 26. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Ryan Kerrigan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
A give to Jones. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer 1st. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A good pickup there at 22. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll hand it down to Geis. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Let's go, 15.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Go to 50. Hey, back over here.
The give is to Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Hurry up.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And, Charles, you know what coaches are.
Put that on that beat.
Addicted to ball.